This video is made with the intention of being a no damage tutorial of the game. Feel free to use any of these strategies using this video, but listen carefully before you can perform them successfully. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of
Resident Evil.
on arrange mode, getting the worst ending, or better known as the bad ending 2, with Chris Redfield. This is the Director's Cut DualShock version, and the North American version of the game, by the way.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here! No! Don't go! Jill, run for that house!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
So on arrangement we'll be making something different with the first zombie. At least on this ending, if I'm not wrong. You don't have to go to that place. I was like lost. So as soon as the cutscene ends, you have to start spamming the confirm button and you have to check Kenneth's body as soon as you can. And then just pick up one clip of the handgun bullets, not both. Or I will pick both. Yeah, I will pick both. That's cool, man. I think I learned from my mistakes. The safest way is just pick one if you are not fast enough with the confirm button on Kenneth's body. Because you have to make a perfect angle before the cutscene starts, so when the cutscene ends, you will be perfectly positioned to Kenneth's body and you will be able to examine the body really fast when the cutscene ends.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
But if you just pick one clip, it's really okay, it's super okay. The main goal is to pick up just one clip, because the second one we can pick it up after in the game. Because it's kinda mandatory to kill the zombie on that hallway, because that zombie on range mode will be like far right, won't stay on Kenneth's body, like on original mode. So let's talk about the difference between a range mode and original mode. So on a range mode, first of all, you have a different skin on your character, as you can see. Then there are more enemies, there are buffed enemies, there are nerfed weapons, and there are buffed weapons. The most notable weapons that are buffed is the handgun. The handgun, it's pretty buffed because it has like 10% chance of decapitating, I think. And the weapon that is nerfed is the Magnum. The Magnum sucks and see. So equip the handgun before the cutscene ends of Forest, and then when you regain control of your character, go back and start shooting. You have to make some space with Forest. You cannot shoot him like in front of him like with Jill, because you just have the handgun with Chris. The main rule to know if a zombie is dead is that it has to start bleeding on the floor. I didn't check that on Kenneth's body because the camera didn't allow me, so that's why I was like shooting 2-3 more times on the floor. But yeah, if a zombie starts bleeding on the floor, it means that it has 0 HP, but if it's not bleeding, it has some HP and can grab your foot, and that will deal you damage. So the Magnum is nerfed. There are different positions of the items, the key items in the game. There are different cameras on a range mode. Like this one, for example, is a completely different camera, unlike an original. There are bosses that are buffed. Exactly are the Plant 42, the Black Tiger, and the Tyrant, both Tyrants. And there are zombies that can turbo. You will see it later in the game. But yeah, I think those are the main difference on range mode. So range mode, it's like a hard mode difficulty for the Resident Evil 1 classic. So with Chris you cannot perform the dodge like with on my Jill videos on this part. So that's why you want to take some space between you and the zombie and then start shooting. I got lucky and the zombie got decapitated. But that won't always happen. And I reset the room because I don't want the second zombie to grab me when I making the curve to dodge the vomit. But because the zombie died on the first shot, it was possible to just keep going and not necessary to reset the room. So there's one general rule on resetting rooms, and I will tell you that after this cutscene and after the Doggos. Hopefully.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
So before I explain you about the... What was I about to explain you? Fuck man, I forget.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
So for the bad endings, you have to just know.
It's pretty dangerous outside. Let me take care of it.
I understand. For now, I'll wait here. Since there are a lot of chemicals in this room and they might be useful.
In the bad endings,
well,
Rebecca has to die.
I'll look over the chemicals.
Just in the good endings, Rebecca has to survive. There are 4 endings on Resident Evil 1 Classic, by the way. So for the dogs, get out, rotate as fast as you can and start running. And check out this curve I make before the last camera change. That's really important because you have to make that curve in order to dodge the feared dog and in order to not get stuck by the feared dog hitbox. Because if you perform the curve after the camera change or a little sooner, there is a high chance that the hitbox of the dog will body block you and they will bite you. So this is an example of a zombie performing a turbo. Oh, but you won't see it because I'm just like going to the other side. So if you are following this pathing and this route, the item management is really important with Chris, because Chris has 2 less item slots unlike Jill. So if you don't want to go to the item box like every time, and I will even go like 3 or 4 times before leaving the mansion, maybe more. But if you don't want to go more and just fucked up your pathing or your route because of that, you need to follow what items I pick up and the order I pick them up. I'm sorry. That's really important for Chris, at least. Even for Jill, I think, in arrangement. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, man, I completely forget what I was explaining you before the Rebecca cutscene, man. Fuck. So yeah, let's just continue. Doesn't matter. So try to just use the key on those doors, but do not open them. And dodging these zombies, it's kind of simple, but we will be coming back to this hallway like 3 times, so that's why I like to kill those zombies and do not have to like be do not have to dodge them every time I come to these rooms. So for that zombie I use the Magnum because it's really close to me when I change the camera. And the Magnum bullets are the exact amount that you will need on the first section of the mansion. So the Magnum, it's pretty nerfed on this game, but with Chris it's a really good weapon to deal with zombies, because I won't use the Magnum for hunters or for bosses, because it's nerfed, so it's not worth it. But at the beginning of the game it's really handy to have it for the zombies. But use it on the zombies I'm going to use it, or you will be out of Magnum bullets, because there are some zombies that are pretty necessary to kill them as fast as you can. And one of those zombies was the one I killed before with one Magnum bullet, because the zombies will always die with just one Magnum bullet. They will never take two or more. It will be always one. And we won't be picking up the shotgun right now. It's possible, but we will just do it when we end the mansion 1 section. So after the Yawn dodge or the Yawn fight. This is another section that is new on the rage mode. So this is pretty important. As soon as you get out of this room, start running on a straight line and just spam the comfort button, and you can enter as soon as you can to this room. And the zombies will never grab you because they are like waking up. But if you take a little more time, there's a chance that they will be closer to the door and they will grab you instantly. And there's one funny thing about those two zombies on the director's cut version of the game. So not the DualShock version, just the director's cut North American version. There's just one zombie on that room, not two. And that's pretty interesting because the North American version usually it's harder than the Japanese version in every aspect, and I don't know why on that part there is just one zombie. It's pretty interesting, to be honest. Oh yeah, and that's one thing I forget about it to tell you. And for these zombies, just stay in place and start shooting. If they get close to you or very close to you, just take some space between you and the zombies. And pause. Equip the handgun. That's really important because we'll be saving the handgun bullets. We don't need it more, but we need the handgun with 15 bullets because we need to deal with dogs later in the game. But yeah, as I was telling you, on the Resident Evil 1 Classic, the North American version of the game is harder than the Japanese version, and that is because the enemies are stronger on the North American version of the game. One good example is that the Yawn fight after the guardhouse dies with 6 shotgun shells on the Japanese version, and the North American version it takes you 10. And there are more difference between zombies and more enemies. So for this part you have the shotgun, right? So what you have to do is you have to enter with the Magnum. You go to this corner, aim and shoot. And why you have to go to the corner on the left? It's because if you just enter and aim and shoot and you don't go to the corner, you will shoot the zombie that is far away from you, not the one that is close to you. And of course you will kill that zombie, but the zombie that is close to you will grab you. And on this game, if an enemy grab you, is damage. There is no way to get out of the grab. So yeah, that makes me think that this is a no-hit run if you make a rule that the grabs count as a hit. For example, on Resident Evil 1 Remake or Resident Evil 2 Remake. So yeah, it should be like a not hit and a no damage run. But it's kind of mandatory, right, on Resident Evil 1. But yeah, anyway. And maybe you notice that we have to make more pathing, and the route is pretty different, unlike with Jill, and it's because you have to pick up the lighter the lighter and the sword key with Chris. With Jill you don't have to do that because you have the lockpick. But I think the first mansion with Chris, it takes you like 30 minutes of the game. So yeah, unlike the original mode, or range mode, it's longer. And another reason because of that is that you cannot skip the animation from the doors. Because the range mode, it's an exclusive for the Director's Cut version. The Director's Cut version, it's exclusively for PlayStation. So there's no PC version for this version of the game.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Just relax and play. Yeah, let's continue. So if I'm not wrong, we just have to deal with one more zombie before the Yawn dodge. No, we have to deal with dogs as well, yeah. So the dodge for the dogs are always the same on this hallway. You just have to run straight and then stick close to the wall for the second dog. The reason you have to stick close to the wall is if you don't do that, there's a chance that the second dog hitbox will body block you. Oh yeah, in order to discard that key, you have to open all the doors, or you have to use all the doors, and one door was on the first floor if you notice. Because if you don't do that, you won't be able to discard the key and your item management will be fucked. And you won't have enough space right now to pick up the chemical, and you will have to go back to an item box, and you will just waste time. And for the second zombie, where is the zombie dog, right? Yeah, for the second dog, you have to wait until the dog lands. Because if you shoot before the dog lands, the shot will not hit the dog, and the dog will immediately bite you. So you have to wait until the dog lands. And if you are out of bullets, and I don't think that will happen, that's why we reload the handgun before saving the handgun bullets. And in case you are without ammo, just use the magnum. But practice that part to not be without ammo. And that zombie is one of the zombies that can turbo, but I didn't give him a chance because I opened the door really fast. But I think you will see it because I will kill him with the shotgun later in the game. So on arrange mode, the broken shotgun is right here on this save room. Which means that you can pick up the shotgun like really early in the game, and it's pretty simple. But it's not necessary right now, because we already killed all the zombies that we need in order to continue with the game. And as you can see, I'm not picking up more. I just saved the handgun, and I'm with the Magnum because I need the Magnum for one more zombie in the game. And it's one zombie that is before entering to the plant room, where we use the chemical. And right now we have to pick up the wooden shield that is on this room, not before. Yeah, I just repeat again, the item management with Chris is really important. So the main difference between Chris and Jill on range mode, I think there are not really big difference. So on the mines there are 2 more hunters, but I think that's it, man. Range mode is like really similar between Jill and Chris, to be honest. Of course, the one big main difference is the weapons that you have, right? And that makes it Chris more challenging than Jill. At least for a no damage front.
You like it?
Oh, that was great.
What is that?
So that dodge was really important. And you have to just decapitate that zombie, that's why we bring the Magnum. So in order to make the dodge, you have to stick close to that wall, and as soon as the camera changes, when you can start watching the zombies, stick close to the wall. Again, to the right wall. Just follow my steps. I'm really bad to explain it when you have to stick to the walls, I think. Because those two zombies can turbo and they will immediately grab you if you waste a little more time. And for the get out is the same. You have to stay close to the wall again, and they will never grab you because they are like start waking up when you change the camera, or when the camera is on them. And here's the key for the Yawn room, and this is the last section of the Mansion 1, or that's the one of the last section of the Mansion 1 split. I like to enter the Itchy Tasty room because there are 7 shotgun shells on this room, and there is 15 clips. But yeah, I think for the bad ending, or at least for this bad ending, the worst ending, it's kind of mandatory to come here because you need a lot of handgun bullets. Because on the bad endings you don't have the help from Rebecca, so you have to fight the Plant 42 on 2 phases. And I just remember when the Plant 42 fight with Chris on arrange mode, it's a pain in the ass because it's just fucking, it's not fair at all, man, and you will see why. And 2 phases, it's like really hard. Yeah, I just remember, man, I completely forget about it. Like traumas that are coming to my head right now. I think I lost a lot of runs on that part. On the Yawn fight as well. But the other Plant 42 is the worst, I think. The Plant 42 and the Yawn fight are the worst with Chris, and even more than the North American version of the game. Because on the best endings you have the help from Rebecca for the Plant 42, so with the Vigil you just have to fight 1 phase of the Plant 42 and you don't need a lot of handgun bullets like on the bad endings. And that's one of the main reasons I think the bad endings are harder than the good endings. At least on arrange mode. And on Chris most of all. Because the last Tyrant fight for the good endings, it's like not really hard if you learn the cheese. And it's 100% consistent if you do it correctly. And there are more handgun bullets in this room, so that's why I'm going back to here. And I didn't pick it up before when I came for this word key because it will fuck up my inventory or my item management. So that's why I'm just picking it up right now. So the Yawn dodge is the same as always. On every run I make on regional mode and arrange mode with Chris. With Chris it's a little harder than with Jill because Chris has a wider hitbox. So sometimes you can get stuck very easily with Yawn. So yeah, with Chris it's a little harder than with Jill. But it's the same strat. And it's the safest strat as well because there's one more strat that you can do it faster and you can dodge Yawn. And it's a speedrun strat that you can find up on the world record speedruns right now. But it's really risky and it's not 100% consistent. You can get Yawn can bite you pretty easily with that strat, so I don't think it's worth to teach you that. Maybe if I do one only bosses, ways to kill or to dodge video for this game, maybe I will show you there how to do that. But I don't think it's useful for a no damage run, because you just lose the run because you want to just make it a little faster, because it will just save you like how much time, like 15 seconds I think, or 10 seconds. So it's not a really big difference of time. So right now we'll be picking up the shotgun, but on the shotgun room there are 3 zombies. But it's just necessary to kill one and then disable the second one. And if you are lucky enough, you can kill the second one as well. But the one magnum bullet that we save for this part, it's pretty important because we need to kill one zombie with that magnum bullet. That's why we save that magnum bullet on this first half hour of the game. So the strat is pretty simple. You just enter, aim and shoot. Then you equip the handgun and start shooting the second zombie. And you have auto aim, so... and I was pausing and pausing right there because I didn't equip the handgun, I think. But yeah, as you can see, I didn't kill the zombie. I just disabled the zombie and I go directly to the shotgun. And then put in place the broken shotgun, but you have to wait until those 2 little black things fully go up before you can put the broken shotgun, and then just get out and be careful to not go past through the zombie head, or the zombie can grab you. Sometimes you will decapitate that zombie with the handgun because that handgun has a lot of crit chance, but sometimes it won't happen like in this time. So those are the 2 strats that you can do if it doesn't happen. And I like to shoot that zombie just directly and do not aim up like and try to decapitate the zombie, because sometimes on that camera the shotgun shell do not count or will not count, and I don't know if it's a bug or something. And if you miss a shot when you are trying to decapitate the zombie, because you have to be really close to the zombie and aim up, and if the shot doesn't count, the zombie will grab you and GG, right? So that's why I just make it safer and just shoot directly, and you can even take advantage of that directly shot because you can shoot the zombie that is behind that one, the first one. So I think it's the safest way to do that part, to be honest. And this puzzle is always the same on every version of the game, so it will never change. So right now, unlike in original mode, there are 2 dogs on this part of the game. And the shotgun is your best friend for the dogs when there are multiple dogs. So for example, for this part you can shoot both dogs with just 1 shotgun shot. And always wait until the dogs fully stand up, or you won't deal any damage to the dogs, and be careful to not reload. To not make the reload animation with your character, right? You have to reload to your inventory, because if you start reloading with your character, the dogs will bite you on that time. And in order to grab the shotgun and take the shotgun for the dogs part, you have to backtrack to the item box and go and pick up the crest that we saved before. It's not mandatory, but I 100% recommend that you use the shotgun for the dogs. It's the safest way to deal with them. And even more if you are making a bad ending and you need to save handgun bullets, because on range mode there are less handgun bullets than on original mode. So the strat is the same as always here. You have to go to the wall and then start shooting from that wall. And the best thing you can do is when the 2 dogs are pretty close to each other, you just use the shotgun. Do not keep killing them with the handgun, but it's possible, right? But it's not recommended. And the 3rd dog 90% of the time will get stuck on the right wall, so that's why I'm like resetting the room, because when you reset the room you reset the aggro of the enemies, and there's a chance that that dog will instantly grab you if the dog is if you have aggro of the dog. So the safest way to do this is to reset the room for the 3rd dog and just kill him like I'm doing this right now. So on a range mode it doesn't matter if you kill these dogs or not. There will always spawn 2 dogs on this part after the plan for it to fight. But it's better if you just kill the first 3 dogs right here, because it's kinda risky to dodge them, to be honest. But yeah, maybe I didn't explain you about resetting rooms. I explained in my other videos, but I will explain you again. So when you reset a room, so you go out and re-enter to the room, right? You reset the aggro of the enemies, but you can reset the HP values of the enemies as well. So you have to be careful about that, because for example, if you shoot a zombie 4 bullets but the zombie didn't die, you reset the room, the zombie will be full HP when you re-enter to the room. So it's pretty handy to reset rooms, but it can troll you very easily as well. There are several RNGs that you can get on this room. This is not so bad. Just shoot the first zombie, then equip the shotgun and wait until dogs are close to each other, and then start shooting the dogs with just one shotgun shell. But the best RNG you can have is that you can stand up on the wall that it's far right up. That I think I get that RNG on my best ending with Chris on range. Or maybe I get on one of the endings I made on the original mode, I don't remember, to be honest. But there are several RNGs. The worst RNG is that the dog will be really close to you when you change the camera and can instantly grab you. But if the dogs are really close to you and you cannot change camera on the room before this room, because this room is just dodging, you don't have to kill these dogs because these dogs despawn. So in the other room, if the dog's really close when you are trying to change the camera, just reset the room, use the elevator and then go down again. Go up and go down. On range mode there are 3 holes on the floor. And it's necessary to cover two holes. You have to cover first the hole that is right there, like very close to the red door. And sometimes this hole kinda glitch out when you are going out of the red room after you pick up the red book. But I think it's a problem of the game. But sometimes that it's pretty annoying if you're making, because I lost rounds because of that glitch. So for this you just go directly to the table and pick up the red book as fast as you can. But right now I fucked up because I didn't make hidden management before coming to this room. So I will just dodge the spider, get out and go to a safe room and make some space. Because I completely forget, I think I have space because generally I use all the shotgun shells and I don't have to make space before going to the red room. But this time wasn't the case because the dogs die pretty easily. This wasn't the case. But yeah, it's not so bad, to be honest. The main thing that you don't have to do, or the main rule that you have to follow on the spider's rooms, is that you don't have to shoot. Because if you shoot, you will aggro the second spider. And the second spider can block your way out. And can even instantly speed acid when you are trying to get out of the room. So do not shoot on this room. It's the worst thing you can do. So that's why I didn't waste one shotgun shell and then reload, right? So just pick up the red book and then go behind the table and wait until the spider comes to you. And that's a really bad RNG, but the second spider is not aggroing. So you just have to wait until the spider comes to you and you get out to the other place. Or from the other side of the table, like I did. And the spider can turbo like that spider did, so just... You have to react fast enough. And that is such a glitch out when I was pushing it away from that hole, as you can, but this time wasn't the case, right? Because when it glitch out, the tentacle grab you. It's pretty dumb, to be honest, and can kill a lot of runs. Kill a lot of my runs, to be honest. But I think it's an error of the game, so there's not much you can do. Or I was like testing one day, and I think it's linked to the way you push the statue. Maybe sometimes you don't push it correctly and that's why it glitch out. Right now I fucked up again the item management because I don't have space for the key. I was like trolling in this part. Man, I completely forget how many item slots I need in order to not going back to item box every time. But right now I just shoot one shotgun shell and then re-enter, so I don't have to go back to an item box. You can shoot the bees, but I don't really recommend it because sometimes you won't shoot all the bees. And maybe you will just shoot 2 and the third one will sting you. So that's why I get out and shoot outside of this room and not on this room. But yeah, the pattern here is the same as Jill. You cannot go to the basement of the guardhouse before fighting the Plant 42 because the control key is on the Plant 42 boss fight. And the mansion key is on the basement. And you have to use the small key on this desk because the other desk, well, the first room there are 2 zombies, so it's not worth it to go to that room because you will have to kill 2 zombies and you will just waste ammo. But on this room I use the desk. There's no zombies, so it's free to pick up the shotgun shells. And not always you will double kill those 2 zombies because the hitbox on that bathroom is pretty interesting, to be honest, because sometimes you are not like aiming correctly and you will even kill 1 or 2. But the safest way you can do is kill 1 by 1 on those 2 zombies. Not try to make the double kill, because in order to perform the double kill it's like some specific movements that you have to do when you enter to the room. So you can aggro both of them, because most of the time you will just aggro 1. So with Chris you don't have the grenade launcher, so the Plant 42 fight is pretty fucking hard, to be honest. And even more on arrange mode, because on arrange mode the Plant 42 is buffed. So it takes like 80 to 180 bullets, maybe, let me see. Oh no, yeah, it's like, yeah, 80 bullets. It will take you like 80 bullets to kill the Plant 42 on 2 faces with just the handgun. And you will see why it's pretty or very unfair to fight the Plant 42 on 2 faces with Chris on the North American version of the director's cut. What a mouthful, man. But yeah, be sure to equip the handgun before you enter to the fight, so you can equip it right now. So as soon as you regain control of your character, just go to the wall on the left and stick close to the wall. And then start shooting. When you see white spots falling down to you, you go to the other side and then repeat. So the reason it's unfair is because the white spot fall down like immediately and just let you like shoot 1 or 2 bullets, and like in original mode you were able to shoot like 4 or 5 bullets each time. But on range mode it's not like that. As you can see, it's almost all the time that the white spots start falling down. So the white spots won't always come with acid, but there's no way to know which white spots will come with acid and which acid spots will not come with acid. So it's better to dodge all of them to just make it safer. And you have to do this. And the reason I pause and unpause before they start moving is because when you pause and unpause, you immediately regain control of your character and you don't have to wait until the character stops aiming and then start rotating and moving. Because as you can see, when I unpause, the character is not aiming and I can start rotating immediately. And be careful to not stay out of bullets and make the animation of reloading, because if you do that you cannot cancel that and the acid will hit you if you are not lucky enough. And you have to stay close to the wall, because if you are not close to the wall, there's a chance that that tentacle will hit you too as well. And the reason I don't go, and I don't get close to the two doors thing, or the big door, I don't know how to call that, is because sometimes you can by accident exit the room, and if you exit the room before ending one phase of the fight, the Plant 42 will be full HP again, and all the bullets that you use will be gone, and you won't have enough ammo to kill the Plant 42. So That's why I don't get close to the two doors, because the small door is not possible. You cannot open the door. So if by accident you try to open it, the game won't let you. It will just show you a message that it's closed or it's stuck, I think. Because before my strategy was like really close to that wall, to that big door that I use right now, because one face is gone. And sometimes I get out by accident and it was GG because of that. So when you end one phase, you can get out and then re-enter. Because if you finish one phase, the Plant 42 won't like regain that phase again. It's just one phase left, and I'm waiting right there to the white spots because I don't want to take any chances. Because maybe it looks simple, but it's not, man. It's really hard, to be honest, to like be really careful with the white spot, right? You have to look all the time to the roof and watch if white spots are falling or not, and immediately start pausing. And that is just that, but it takes a lot of practice. So I really recommend that you practice this boss fight with Chris if you are making a Chris run, right? Because with Jill it's like easy peasy, right? You just enter and throw 3 flame rounds and it's GG. And if you are out of handgun bullets, but if you pick up all the handgun bullets that I pick up on the mansion and on the guardhouse, you won't be out. But if in case you are out, you will like just use 1 or 2 shotgun shells, not more. Just be careful to not reset the HP of the Plant 42 going out before finishing a phase, and you will be cool.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
Alright, I'm back. So, maybe you remember I told you that there will be 2 dogs here after you kill the plant for it. So the strategy is to stand up right here, aim and shoot and wait until the dogs come to you. Most of the time just one dog will come to you, the other one will get stuck on a wall on the other camera. But this wasn't the case, and I take advantage of that and start killing both of them as fast as I can. So right there I missed a shot, and there was a little chance that that dog will be able to jump and bite me. But I cannot see the other one. The other one is stuck. And I got lucky and just killed that dog. But if you want to make it safer, and just reset the room. Because sometimes, as I told you, when you are changing cameras, the dog can instantly bite you. It's pretty unfair, but it can happen. And yeah, I didn't talk about when you were going back down to the basement and do all those puzzles, because there wasn't nothing really important to explain about it, to be honest. It was just puzzles and tracking.
It must be a
and routing
STARS radio.
and patting.
It's a little bit broken, but it might still be usable. I'll take it with me.
So right here will be the first encounter with a hunter. And in order to kill this hunter, the safest way, you have to be pretty patient, and you have to time it very well. So you shoot, wait until the hunter stand up, and you shoot again. It's like 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds
What are they? Monsters?
for each shot. And the hunter will always take like 4 shotgun shells. Maybe 5, but I don't think so. It's like always 4. And on this room there's one... And I don't know. Ah yeah, I'm entering because there's magnum bullets. And there's the ammo disc too, but the ammo disc is not necessary for the bad ending too. So just forget about the ammo disc. The ammo disc is only necessary for the best ending and the bad ending one. So this is pretty hard, to be honest, with Chris. You enter walking, stay close to that wall, aim and shoot. Pause and pause. And you can reload if you want. Aim and shoot. And you can take advantage that you can shoot both hunters at the same time with the shotgun, like I'm doing. Right now one is dead, but the other one is still alive. And the reason I pause and unpause is because it cancels the recoil of the shotgun, and it allows me to keep shooting a little faster, and I won't like give the hunters time to get close to me, even if they fall down, because sometimes 90% of the time the hunter will fall down with a shotgun shell, but the other 10% they won't fall down. And if you got bad luck and you don't cancel the recoil, and maybe the hunter won't fall down, the hunter will instantly slash you, and GG. For this part we just need the shotgun shells, and the magnum, but the magnum without bullets, because we will have bullets in the library, and the other magnum bullets we save for the laboratory. I think, yeah, it's for the laboratory. And this hunter is not necessary to kill him. You just dodge him, like stay close to the wall and then make a curve, and the hunter will always miss the slash. So this is the hardest part of Chris run, in my opinion, on North American version, because it will take 10 shotgun shells to kill the Yawn fight. And it's hard because the Yawn fight, it's like on a pretty small place. So, and the hitbox of Yawn, it's like pretty stupid when Yawn attacks, so dodging Yawn out attacks is like really hard. So if you have to use 10 shotgun shells hard, so what you have to do is shoot, pause and pause, shoot, pause and pause, shoot the 3rd time, pause and pause, shoot the 4th time, pause and pause, shoot the 5th time, pause and pause, and from the 6th shot, aim down, then keep repeating pause and pause and shoot. Reload the shotgun, and then go to this place, and then shoot, pause and pause. And right there I fucked up, but I got lucky because he missed the auto attack. So it's pretty hard to explain, to be honest. So the best thing I can tell you is that play the Japanese version, man. Make yourself a favor, do not be a fucking tryhard like me and try the North American version. And the best ending, I played the Japanese version because I got tired of this fight, man. I was like losing runs just because of the RNG of Yawn on this part. Because in the Japanese version, it just takes you 6 shotgun shells and Yawn is dead. So yeah, the best advice I can give you is play the Japanese version. Make yourself a favor, please. So we pick up the small key on the keychain because on the library there's one desk that contains magnum bullets and you need a small key to open that desk. And as I told you at the beginning of the game, the magnum is the best weapon that you can have against zombies, not against bosses or hunters. Just for the zombies. So for that dodge, you have to go directly to this blue door. If it takes you a little more time, the hunter will slash you. And this is the desk that contains magnum bullets. There's one zombie that is behind the library. So do not go, get closer. Just wait for the zombie right here. And reload the magnum and equip the magnum. Just wait for the zombie. And when the zombie shows up, aim and shoot. And it's dead. Because if you get close, he will instantly grab you on the camera change. I know I repeat this a lot of time of the camera change and instant grab, but it happens, man. Believe it or not, the game it works like that. It wants to troll you when you change camera, and it won't give you like any chance to do anything. So the best thing is that you don't change camera on the parts I told you that you don't have to change camera. And this is really easy because the magnum will always one-shot the zombies. And that's what one interesting thing on the remake. It doesn't work like that. It's like the magnum has 90% of decapitate zombies, but sometimes you won't decapitate the zombies. Even Barry's magnum, that it's special and one-shot everything. You will kill a zombie, but it won't decapitate him. But that's on the remake, right? So let's not go there. We will arrive there pretty soon. I have a bunch of runs already that I have to commentate. So the hunter spawn on the courtyard is linked to the item that you pick up on this place. Doesn't matter if it's the ammo disc like on the original mode, or in this case the Red Bull. When you pick up the item on that part, one hunter will spawn on the courtyard. And the dodge for the get out is the same like when you get in. Just get out and go directly to the elevator. So this is the most tanky zombie on the entirely RE franchise, because it takes you like 5 shotgun shells to kill the zombie. So just shoot the zombie on the leg and get out, not necessary to kill the zombie. Because yeah, if you wonder, you can shoot zombies on the legs and you can disable zombies like that. I never used that strat, to be honest. I just learned for this zombie that, because I think I never have the need for that, to be honest. Because you can one-shot zombies with a shotgun. But not that one. So that's why we disabled that one. And the dodge right here is the same as when there are hunters, like in original mode. But on arrange mode there are spiders, but you have to make the same dodge if you don't want the spider to facing you immediately when you change camera. Because if the spider is facing you immediately, it will immediately spit acid. And there's a chance that it can hit you. So for this hunter, just aim, shoot, pause and unpause, and then get out. That hunter will always scream like an idiot before attacking, so you can take advantage of that and aim and shoot. But try to get close to the left wall before shooting, because sometimes you can miss the shot if you are not really close to the wall. Even if you change the camera. There are some little tricks that you will learn when you are doing the run. But you can always ask me as well. Feel free to ask for any strats or questions that you have of this run or other runs that I make. I'll be happy to help you. And right now for the mines you don't need weapons, because it's pretty simple to dodge everything, to be honest. It's not like really hard dodges to perform. So the only things you need is like the battery, the crank and the red book. There's one there's one hunter right here, as I told you, so just stick close to this wall. I will stick close right now. And the hunter will always miss a slash, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, and forget to teach you the dodge on the hunter on the basement, the first hunter. Fuck me. It's like you have to change or you have to go far right on the third camera for the first hunter on the basement. That's the main strat. It's not like a Jill dodge on a range mode. It's different. Right now it's just making puzzles and backtrack a little, so I'll be back on the mines.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there? Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
So on arrange mode, the crank is right here, and this is the best thing they make for Chris, because now you can dodge freely the hunters right now. You don't have to kill the hunters like in original mode. So on original mode it was possible to dodge them and then pick up the crank in the middle of the hunters, but if you fucked up a little the movement, you wouldn't be able to pick up the crank and avoid a hunter slash. But the hunter is on Enrico's body, so it's free. Very grateful that they do that on rage mode. And the dodges is like I'm doing it right now, just follow my steps. You have to stick close to the walls that I stick close and then get out of every room. It's not really hard, to be honest. It will take you some practice, but it's not like really hard. And do not forget to pick up the flamethrower right here, because you need the flamethrower to open the door that it's after the black tiger. And that little hole right there behind the boulder, there's just hang up with, so it's not worth it to go there. And there are two hunters on this room, so it's kinda mandatory to dodge this hunter. Because if you try to kill that hunter, the hunter that is behind you will jump and will attack you. And it's the same as like in original mode. You don't have to kill the Black Tiger. So I forget, the Black Tiger is another boss that is buffed on a range mode, so even with Jill we perform this strat. I just do a little moonwalk, wait for the acid speed, and then run. Moonwalk and repeat. And then get out when there is no more spider web. The main thing that you can do to perform that strat correctly is to know the camera change and learn the animation that the Black Tiger make before it starts spitting acid. And if you didn't bring weapons to this part of the game, you will have enough space to pick up everything and do not need to go to an item box. Because right now here behind the boulder there's the blue bug, and on the statue puzzle room there's the laboratory key. I'll be back in the laboratory. Alright, so for the bad ending too, the item management in the laboratory is not a big deal, because you don't need the demo discs. So just save the cranks and pick up the magnum bullets, the handgun, the handgun bullets, the shotgun shells and the magnum. I'm sorry, the shotgun and the magnum. Because you have to kill 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zombies. 7, 8, 9 zombies, yeah. 9 zombies in total. And this is the second one, and the third one is right here on the far left. But yeah, now that I think better, if you've killed fast enough the first 2 zombies, you don't have to kill the third one, because you already have the laboratory key, so you don't have to go up again. So yes, it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies. 4, 5, 6, yeah, because there are 2 more on this room. Yeah, for the button 2 is just, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 zombies, yeah. Sorry. You don't have to kill chimeras, because the chimeras are pretty annoying and really hard to kill them, to be honest. And do not miss the shot like I did right there. So the chimeras are the hardest part of the laboratory, harder than the Tyrant fights. So in order to dodge them, you have to do this. You start running and stick close to the right thing, to the right place, or the right wall, or whatever it is. And then go directly to the computer, activate the computer, and get out as fast as you can. And stick close to this wall, to the wall of the door. And get out. The second chimera sometimes will try to follow you, but most of the time will try to just attack, and you will dodge the attack if you are stick close to the wall. On this room there are no chimeras, but there are chimeras on the third room. And this is 100% consistent, so what you have to do is you enter and rotate to the right, and then run while you stick close to the walls, and just make a curve when you are going to the computer. So with doing that strat, you will avoid the chimera that it's on the ceiling right now to land on the floor, because you want the chimera to stay on the ceiling, because if it lands, it will start following you, and there's a lot of chance that it will jump behind you and will attack you. But when it's on the ceiling, there's no chance that the camera will do it. Because you are kind of faster than the camera when the camera is on the ceiling, but not when it's on the floor. And if you want to dodge a camera auto attack on the ceiling, you have to bait the auto attack and then run straight like I would do right now. You get close to the camera auto attack, and then you start running straight. That's the main strat in order to dodge camera's auto attack on the ceiling, but on the range mode it's not really necessary to learn that, just for the last camera. And original mode is more necessary because you have to dodge like 3 cameras to do that, or even more, I think. And there are magnum bullets right here. So on the Bad Ending 2 you don't have to fight the Tyrant on the heliport, just in the laboratory. So this boss fight that comes right now, it's like the last boss fight that you will have for this ending.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the Tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Enrico? I'll destroy the STARS myself, including you. The fact is, Umbrella does not know what to do with the Tyrant virus. We have orders to blow up this laboratory, and it's not a bad idea. But I think we should save this important research for future use.
You think you can disappear with such important material?
Would you like to see it? Come with me. I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men. Now, walk.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too. What? Don't come this way! No!
You can't kill me!
Alright, so when you regain control of your character, just start running straight, make a little curve and go to this corner, equip the magnum, and start shooting. I didn't equip the magnum right there. But keep in mind that you have to get like really decent amount of space between you and the Tyrant, because if the Tyrant gets close to you, will start immediately attacking you and will like stunlock you, and you won't be able to get out of that auto attack. And don't do that, man. Don't start reloading like I did, because the Tyrant won't always get stuck on Wesker's body. So do not like count on that. He will stay stuck on Wesker's body most of the time, but not always. So sometimes I lost runs because of that, because I think that the Tyrant would get stuck on Wesker's body and the Tyrant didn't, and on the recoil of the shooting, he was really close to me and didn't give me enough space to get out. But yeah, so the main strat is just to maintain a space between you and the Tyrant when you're shooting, and be mindful of that your weapon has to be reloaded. So right now we have to kill 3 zombies. Yeah. Just have to kill 3 zombies. So for this Chimera, wait until the Chimera comes to you and dodge the auto attack on the ceiling like I teach you before. And for the second Chimera, just stick close to that wall and the Chimera will always miss the slash. And the best weapon you can have here is the shotgun, because you can shoot the 2 zombies at once. And the first zombie is not really necessary to kill, but I just do it because I have enough ammo. Why not? Oh, another main rule that I didn't teach you about zombies, but it's not like a mandatory rule maybe. It's like when a zombie falls down on their backs, they will always be dead. But if a zombie falls down on not on their backs, there's a chance that they still alive. But if they start bleeding, of course they are dead. It's like a secondary rule about the zombies, to know if they are without HP or with HP.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign.
Oh yeah, and oh no, you don't need space because you already pick up the battery and the Chimera's part, right? Yeah, this is not the original mode, I'm confusing. But yeah, that's it. This was Resident Evil Classic Director's Cut DualShock version on arrange mode to get in the worst ending or bad ending 2 with Chris Redfield. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope this helps you a lot if you are making this run. Hope you have fun watching this video. Those are the 2 main things I want with my videos. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ares. You can always find me on twitch.tv/Saurio or on the team Heedless like Ares. I'll be happy to help you have questions, or maybe you need some strats or anything about the runs I make. Just feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to help you. And yeah, the flare is not necessary. You can just put the flare whenever you on this place. It's not necessary to put it on a specific place, because there is no teleport Tyrant fight, right? Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, night, whenever you are, wherever you are. Thank you so much. I'm Maris, and I see you next time.